What is up, sports fans? Thank you so much for tuning in and stopping by to yet another episode of Fantasy House Live, Hoopz Edition. Well, almost live. As per usual, we got the reviews coming for you from the previous week, which actually, since we're actually doing this on, well, we'll call it on schedule, we only only have last week's week to go through. So we'll go through week 7. Then we'll go through the updated Week 8 power rankings, and then we'll take a look at what Week 8 is shaping out to be as of, like, when I made the graphics and whatnot. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. Now, let's get right into the action. First off, we are going to start in with the reviews, which for Week 7 shaped out like this. To start off, we saw Freaks and Greeks continuing their undefeated streak against Los Mambasita in a score by a overall week score of 7 wins, 1 loss, and 0 ties in the categories. Then in our second matchup of the week, it saw a similar stat line with Nate the Viking getting the win over Elvin DeMonk with, of course, like I just mentioned, the similar stat line of 7 categories, or 7 wins, 1 loss, and 0 ties. And then, stop me if you've heard this one before, in our third matchup, it is also the same score, where this time Deep AF, my dog, got the win over Toon Squad by a score of 7 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie, to inversely Toon Squad's score of 1 win, 7 losses, and 0 ties. And lastly, in our final matchup of the week, it's BT Bro edging out J-Man in a pretty close match with a score of 5 wins, 3 losses, and 0 ties. But that's not done yet. We, as always, are going to take a look a little bit deeper into how these weeks broke up. Starting, as always, with our guards, then into forwards, then centers, then flex. With Bradley Beal, the guard from Washington, over the course of the week, he shot 52% from the field with 4 three-pointers being made, 80% from the free throw line, adding in 13 rebounds, 18 assists, 3 steals, and 82 points over the course of the week. While for Los Mambasita, Stephen Curry, aka the Chef, shooting about 44% from the field, adding in 17 three-pointers with 83% from the free throw line, adding in 19 rebounds, 21 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, and 81 points. Then in our next matchup of guards, it saw 4 Freaks and Greeks. Hoy, my own team name is tripping me up. Jaden Ivey, the rookie for Detroit, shooting 33% from the field, adding in only 3 three-pointers being made, with 70% from the free throw line, adding in 9 rebounds, 9 assists, 4 steals, and 26 points. George Paul for Los Mambasita did not play or did not score. His points might end up being recorded in the reserves. Then for the next matchup of guards, we have Jamal Murray and Zach LaVine. Starting off with Freaks and Greeks, Jamal Murray was shooting about 52% from the field, adding in 13 three-pointers with 80% from the free throw line, 13 rebounds, 19 assists if I could read, 2 steals, 3 blocks, and 95 points. Then Zach LaVine from Chicago for Los Mambasita shot 46% from the field, adding in 8 three-pointers, 82% from the free throw line with 17 assists, 7 steals, and 103 points over the course of the week. Then in our next set of guards, starting with Freaks and Greeks, Kevin Porter from Houston shot about 41% from the field, adding in 11 three-pointers with 94% from the free throw line, with 19 rebounds, 22 assists, 4 steals, 1 block, and 70 points on the week. While the other half of the Splash Brothers for Los Mambasita and Klay Thompson, shooting 36% from the field with 4 three-pointers being made, adding 100% of those free throws being made with 12 rebounds, 8 assists, and 31 points. Then switching back for these next couple of guards, looks like it's going to be on the Freaks and Greek side here. So Andrew Wiggins shooting 57% from the field, adding in 11 three-pointers with 16% of his shots being made from the free throw line, with 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, and 58 points. Then continuing right along with Donovan Mitchell from Cleveland, shooting 44% from the field, adding in 15 3-pointers with 92% of his shots being made from the free throw line, adding in 10 rebounds, 14 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks, and 83 points. Now we shift gears a little bit into the forwards. We'll just continue with Freaks and Greeks, with Kelly Oubre Jr. from Charlotte shooting 46% from the field with only 1 3-pointer being made, 84% from the free throw line with 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals, and 42 points. Then across the versus Kelly Oubre is Shattuck Bay, the forward from Detroit for Las Mambasita, shooting 38% from the field with 2 3-pointers being made, adding in 76% from the free throw line with 12 rebounds, 9 assists, and 41 points. Then next up in our next matchup next set of forwards, we have Anthony Davis for Freaks and Greeks and the Lakers, shooting 65% from the field with 5 3-pointers being made, 85% from the three throw line with 52 rebounds, 12 assists, 1 steal, 13 blocks, and 151 points. So AD just went off this week. Then across the way going against Anthony Davis for Las Mambasita was Kristaps Porzingis, aka the Unicorn, for Washington, shooting 50% from the field with 9 3-pointers being made, 79% from the free throw line, adding in another 43 rebounds, 9 assists, 6 steals, 7 blocks, and 116 points. Moving into our next set of forwards, where DeMar DeRozan for Chicago shot 42% from the field, adding in 90% of his shots from the free throw line going in, with 22 rebounds, 21 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, and 89 points. Then for Las Mambasita, Domantas Sabonis shot 73% from the field, adding in 5 3-pointers being made, with 88% of his shots from the free throw line going in, 41 rebounds with 33 assists, 2 steals, 4 blocks, and 63 points. Then in our final matchup of forwards, for Freaks and Greeks, Chris Middleton returned to the lineup from Milwaukee, shot 54%, adding in 3 3-pointers, making 100% of his free throws with 2 rebounds, 7 assists, and 17 points to help out. Then for Las Mambasita, Christian Wood from Dallas shot 48% from the field, adding in only 1 3-pointer, with 50% from the free throw line, with 16 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block, and 29 points. Then as we shift into some centers, starting with Las Mambasita, we have Jonas shooting about 60% from the field, adding in 3 3-pointers being made, with also 100% of his shots from the free throw line going in, with 36 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 blocks, and 58 points. In the flex position matchup, starting off with Freaks and Greeks and Josh Giddey from OKC, shooting 44% from the field, with 3 3-pointers being made, 75% from the free throw line, 17 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks, and 28 points. Also in this matchup was Jordan Clarkson from Utah for Las Mambasita, shooting about 40% from the field, with 8 3-pointers being made, 75% from the free throw line, with 16 rebounds, 20 assists, 1 steal, and 84 points. Then skipping into the, 2 more flex spots, as I kind of alternated a few this week. We have Giannis Antetokounmpo shooting 60% from the field, adding in 2 3-pointers being made, with 73% from the free throw line, another 20 rebounds, 12 assists, 2 blocks, and 77 points. Then we have Brook Lopez from Milwaukee, shooting 38% from the field, with 7 3-pointers being made, 100% from the free throw line, with 19 rebounds, 5 assists, 11 blocks, and 36 points. Then we shift straight on into the benches. The next few will be for Las Mambasita here. RJ Barrett from New York shot 43% with 7 3-pointers being made, 80% of his 3 throws being made, with 20 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 steals, and 70 points. Then the next Position for Haus was Jabari Smith from Houston, shooting 51% from the field with 9 3-pointers being made, 18 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, and 45 points. Then we'll just finish off Los Mambasita here with Kelly Olnick from Utah, shooting 54% from the field, adding in 8 3-pointers with 77% from the free throw line, 24 rebounds, 14 assists, 5 steals, 5 blocks, and 60 points. Then flipping it back to Freaks and Greeks lastly for Marcus Smart for Boston, who shot 59% from the field, adding in 9 3-pointers, 50% from the free throw line with 10 rebounds, 33 assists, 5 steals, 1 block, and 50 points. And then we're going to shift gears here into our next matchup between Nate the Viking and Elvin DeMonk. And as always, this is how that matchup kind of broke down for the week. So starting at the top with Elvin DeMonk and Drew Holiday from Milwaukee, shooting 51% from the field, adding 8 3-pointers with 100% of his free throws going in, another 12 rebounds, 14 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks with 50 points. Then on the opposite side for Nate the Viking, Anthony Edwards shot 42% from the field with 5 3-pointers being made, 87% from the free throw line with 14 rebounds, 11 assists, 13 steals, 3 blocks, and 84 points. Then flipping back to Elvin DeMonk and Reggie Jackson out of the Clippers, shooting 33% from the field with 5 3-pointers being made, 76% from the free throw line, another 9 rebounds, 15 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 45 points. Then back to Nate the Viking for Trae Young from Atlanta, who shot 48%, adding in 3 3-pointers, another 90% from the free throw line with 4 rebounds, 24 assists, and 48 points. For Kyle Lowry from Miami for Elvin DeMonk, shot 51%, adding in from the field, adding in 3 3-pointers, 100% of his shots from the free throw line going in with 9 rebounds, 9 assists, and 34 points. Then moving into our first set of forwards, we have Josh Hart for Portland and Elvin DeMonk, shooting 57% from the field with 2 3-pointers being made, adding in 100% of his free throws with 17 rebounds, 9 assists, 4 steals, and 20 points. Then on the opposite side for Nate the Viking, John Collins from Atlanta, shooting 42% with 1 3-pointer being made, 54% from the free throw line, 15 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals, 5 blocks, and 19 points. Moving into the next matchup of forwards, we have Buddy Hield for Elvin DeMonk, shooting 41% with 9 3-pointers being made, 75% from the free throw line, another 19 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, and 60 points. Then as we move into Nate the Viking and Lauri Markkanen from Utah, shooting 54% from the field with 20 3-pointers being made, another 90% from the free throw line with 37 rebounds, 8 assists, 4 steals, and 1 block, and 100 points. Sheesh. Then we slip on into the next matchup of forwards. Going back to Elvin DeMonk, or representing Elvin DeMonk, I should say, it was Kyle Kuzma for Washington, shooting 46% with 9 3-pointers being made, 75% from the free throw line, 23 rebounds, 19 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks, and 88 points. Then for Nate the Viking, we have Jason Tatum shooting about 50% from the field, adding in 15 3-pointers, 88 free throws from the free throw line with 37 rebounds, 10 assists, 8 steals, 1 block, and 127 points. Moving straight on into the next set of forwards, which saw Karl Anthony Towns for Elvin shooting about 33% from the field, making 66% of his shots from the free throw line, adding in 2 rebounds, 4 assists, and 8 points. Then Franz Wagner for Nate the Viking shot 44% from the field with 8 3-pointers being made, 80% from the free throw line, 11 rebounds, 9 assists, 4 steals, and 68 points. Alright, moving on into centers, we have Al Horford for Elvin DeMonk, representing should be from Boston, representing Alvin DeMonk, shooting 35% from the field with 4 3-pointers being made, 18 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks, and 14 points. Then for Nate the Viking, Mr. DeAndre Ayton from Phoenix, shooting 68%, adding in 1 3-pointer, 81% from the field with 42 rebounds, 9 assists, 1 steal, 3 blocks, and 80 points. Then in the flex spot for Alvin DeMonk, you have Mr. Brody, aka Russell Westbrook from LA, shooting 45% from the field with 4 3-pointers being made, 41% from the free throw line, 23 rebounds, 36 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, and 55 points. Then if we flip it back, lastly to Nate the Viking here with Alperen Sengun, shooting 61% from the field with 75% from the free throw line, and dishing out another 26 rebounds with 7 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, and 61 points. As we move into the benches here, I guess we'll just alternate. Starting with Alvin DeMonk, we have De'Aaron Fox from Sacramento, shooting 42% from the field with 5 3-pointers being made, 81% from the free throw line, 23 rebounds, 19 assists, 3 steals, 4 blocks, and 60 points on the week. While Trey Jones from San Antonio shot 41%, also representing Nate the Viking, shot 41% from the field with 1 3-pointer being made, 100% of his shots from the free throw line with 11 rebounds, 17 assists, 5 steals, 1 block, and 34 points. Flipping it back to Alvin DeMonk and DeJounte Murray, shooting 51% from the field with 10 3-pointers being made, 72% from the free throw line, 11 rebounds, 20 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks, and 78 points. Then moving into the next set of players, because they're not actually the same position. We have Bam Adebayo for Miami, shooting 54% with 1 3-pointer being made, 90% of his free throws being made, as well as 13 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals, 1 block, and 51 points. Then Gary Trent, the guard from Toronto for Nate, shot 48% from the field, adding in 11 3-pointers, 78% from the free throw line, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 6 steals, and 70 points. While Evan Mobley from Cleveland for Alvin DeMonk shot 65%, adding in 1 3-pointer, 63% from the free throw line with 46 rebounds, 11 assists, 2 steals, 9 blocks, and 64 points. Then last but certainly not least, Jusuf Nurkic from Portland, shooting 44% from the field with 3 3-pointers being made, adding in 52% from the free throw line with 40 rebounds, 16 assists, 2 steals, 6 blocks, and 55 points. Move on into our third matchup, our third same score matchup of the week, which saw Mr. Deep AF My Dog picking up the big win over Toon Squad. For starting with Deep AF My Dog, Scotty Barnes from Toronto shot 48% from the field with 3 3-pointers being made, 50% from the free throw line with 28 rebounds, 17 assists, 4 steals, 5 blocks, and 49 points. Then for Toon Squad, and Patrick Beverly shot 31% from the field with 2 3-pointers being made, 50% from the free throw line with 12 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, and 13 points. Then moving right along into the next set of guards, the Deep AF My Dog with Luka Doncic shooting 52% from the field with 15 3-pointers being made, 60% from the free throw line, adding in another 25 rebounds, 29 assists, 8 steals, 4 blocks, and 106 points. While LeBron James for Toon Squad shot 47% from the field with 14 3-pointers being made, another 58% from the free throw line, adding in 30 rebounds, 28 assists, 4 steals, 1 block, and 109 points. Shifting back to Deep AF My Dog and SGA from OKC, shooting 44% from the field with 2 3-pointers being made, another 93% from the free throw line with 7 rebounds, 10 assists, 5 steals, 1 block, and 64 points. While Anthony Simmons for Portland shot 52% from the field, adding in 23 3-pointers with 92% from the free throw line with 11 rebounds, 22 assists, 4 steals, 3 blocks, and 126 points. Then moving into our next set of guards, we have Tyler Hero and Miami. For Deep AF My Dog, getting about 52% of his shots to fall with 8 3-pointers being made, 100% of his free throws being made with 11 rebounds, 12 assists, 3 steals, 1 block, and 48 points. Then for Toon Squad, you have Mr. Fred Van Vliet shooting 29% from the field, adding in 7 3-pointers, shooting 60% from the free throw line, with 11 rebounds being made, 24 assists, 6 steals, and 38 points. Continuing for Toon Squad, we have Paolo Branchero, the rookie sensation from Orlando, shooting 48% from the field, adding in 3 3-pointers, 62% from the free throw line, with 14 rebounds, 17 assists, 4 steals, and 75 points. Then flipping back into our next set of forwards, but shifting to Deep AF My Dog and Jaylen Brown, shooting 52%, with 11 3-pointers being made, adding in another 84% from the free throw line, with 31 rebounds, 12 assists, 2 steals, 4 blocks, and 97 points. Moving into the next matchup of guards, we have Jeremy Grant from Portland for Deep AF My Dog, shooting 47% from the field, adding in 12 3-pointers, 83% from the free throw line, with 12 rebounds, 15 assists, 4 steals, 3 blocks, and 120 points. Then in the next matchup, we have Mr. Kevin Durant from Brooklyn, shooting 65% from the field, adding in 6 3-pointers, with 92% of his free throws being made, adding in another 28 rebounds, 22 assists, 4 steals, 7 blocks, and 132 points. Moving to our final set of forwards, we have Pascal Siakam for Deep AF My Dog, shooting 53% from the field, adding in 4 3-pointers being made, 85% from the free throw line, with 32 rebounds, 23 assists, 6 steals, 2 blocks, and 91 points. Shifting into the centers, starting off with Deep AF My Dog, we have Nikola Vujicic shooting 49% from the field with 5 3-pointers being made, 84% from the free throw line, 34 rebounds, 5 assists, 6 steals, 2 blocks, and 68 points. Then on the opposite side for Toon Squad, 93% shooting 93% is Mr. Rudy Gobert. Additionally, he had 66% from the free throw line, then 12 rebounds, 1 steal, 2 blocks, and 34 points. Then finally in the flex matchup, we have Tobias Harris for Deep AF My Dog in Philly, shooting 43%, adding in 8 3-pointers with 100% of his free throws going in, 22 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, and 48 points. Now we'll take a look at these bench players, starting with Deep AF My Dog and Dylan Brooks from Memphis, shooting 36%, adding in 6 3-pointers, 75% from the free throw line, 15 rebounds, 12 assists, 5 steals, and 51 points. Then for Toon Squad, you had Cole Anthony from Orlando, shooting 50% from the field with 4 3-pointers being made, adding in 100% of his shots from the free throw line, with 13 rebounds, 10 assists, 5 steals, 1 block, and 42 points over the course of the week. Then in our next matchup, we have Kentavious Caldwell from Denver, shooting 39% from the field with 4 3-pointers being made, 100% of his free throws being made though, with 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals, 2 blocks, and 28 points. Then for Toon Squad and Tim Hardaway, shooting 50% from the field with 19 3-pointers being made, adding in another 42% from the free throw line, with 16 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, 1 block, and 76 points. Then we have Mr. Kyrie Irving, also for Toon Squad, shooting 46% from the field with 7 3-pointers, 83% from the free throw line, 16 rebounds, 18 assists, 3 steals, 4 blocks, and 92 points. And flipping back to Bobby Portis and Deep AF My Dog, shooting 48% with 3 3-pointers being made, 66% from the free throw line, adding in another 30 rebounds, 12 assists, and 45 points. Then lastly, for Toon Squad, you have Mitchell Robinson from New York, shooting 68% from the field with 33% to boot from the free throw line, with 50 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 steals, 4 blocks, and 128 points. And which brings us to our last matchup of the week, which was J-Man and BT, in which case BT Bro was able to pick up the win, the narrow win this week, technically, with a score of 5 wins, 3 losses, and 0 ties. Starting with J-Man and Darius Garland from Cleveland, shooting 44% from the field with 10 3-pointers being made, 90% of his free throws being made, with another 9 rebounds, 28 assists, 5 steals, 1 block, and 74 points. Then jumping over to BT Bra and the other guard here for Devin Booker, shooting 62% from the field with 12 3-pointers, 86% from the free throw line with 16 rebounds, 26 assists, 7 points or 7 steals, and 156 points. Then in our next matchup of guards, switching back to J-Man with Tyrese Halliburton, shooting 37% with 7 3-pointers being made, another 40% from the free throw line with 17 rebounds, 28 assists, 5 steals, 1 block, and 47 points. Then in our next matchup of guards, we'll just continue with J-Man here and Damian Lillard from Portland, shooting 43%, adding in 5 3-pointers with 100% of his shots being made from the free throw line with 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, and 21 points. Then for BT Bro, you had CJ McCollum from New Orleans, shooting 22% from the field with 1 3-pointer being made, shooting 100% from the free throw line with 7 rebounds, 10 assists, and 12 points. Then in our next matchup of guards, going back to J-Man here, we have Terry Rozier shooting about 42% from the field with 3 3-pointers being made, 100% of his free throws with 10 rebounds, 12 assists, 2 steals, and 51 points. Continuing on, we have Ja Morant shooting 42% from the field with 7 3-pointers being made, 66% from the free throw line with 18 rebounds, 19 assists, 3 steals, and 85 points. Continuing on for BT Bro, we have D'Angelo Russell shooting 46% from the field with 5 3-pointers being made, 83% from the free throw line with 12 rebounds, 21 assists, 4 steals, 1 block, and 59 points. Again, continuing with BT Bro and Colin Sexton from Utah, shooting 56% from the field with 3 3-pointers being made, 93% from the free throw line with 7 rebounds, 11 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, and 54 points. Then in the next and first matchup of the first matchup between these between the forwards, I don't know why it was so hard to say. For J-Man, you have Mikal Bridges shooting 44% from the field with 10 3-pointers being made, 83% of his free throws being made, adding in 24 rebounds, 15 assists, 4 steals, 5 blocks, and 63 points. While for BT Bra, Obi Oganobi shot 57% from the field with 7 3-pointers being made, 75% from the free throw line with 14 rebounds, 10 assists, 7 steals, 2 blocks, and 85 points. Alright, switching back to J-Man. Draymond Green shooting 50% from the field with 3 3-pointers being made, 100% from the free throw line with 21 rebounds, 20 assists, 2 steals, 4 blocks, and 28 points. Then Jimmy Butler from Miami shot 57% from the field with 33% of his free throws going in, another 15 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, and 25 points. Then in the next matchup, we have Keldon Johnson shooting 33% from the field with 6 3-pointers being made, 60% from the free throw line, 18 rebounds, 11 assists, 1 steal, and 61 points. Then in our next matchup of forwards, switching back to J-Man with Zion Williamson, shooting 64% from the field, 78% from the free throw line with 39 rebounds, 25 assists, 8 steals, 7 blocks, and 111 points. Then back to BT Bra and Julius Randle shooting 45% from the field with 11 3-pointers being made, 84% from the free throw line with 29 rebounds, 11 assists, 1 steal, and 96 points. Then continuing with BT Bra and Jalen Smith, who shot 34% from the field, adding in 2 3-pointers, 100% of his free throws going in, with 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 5 blocks, and 29 points. Then switching back to J-Man and Joel Embiid, the big man, shooting 46% from the field, with 1 3-pointer being made, 87% from the free throw line, with 25 rebounds, 21 assists, 6 steals, 5 blocks, and 84 points. He went up against Nikola Jokic, aka the Joker, for BT Bra, shooting 68% from the field, with 7 3-pointers, 66% from the free throw line, with 47 rebounds, 37 assists, 4 steals, 2 blocks, and 105 points. Continuing for BT Bro, we have Ivica Zubic, shooting 71% from the field, with 83% from the free throw line, with 28 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals, 1 block, and 25 points. While we flip it back to J-Man and Jordan Peele, who shot 53% from the field, with 13 3-pointers being made, 75% from the free throw line, with 5 rebounds, 15 assists, 3 steals, and 60 points. Then lastly for BT Bra, we have Jalen Brunson, who shot 45%. Jalen Brunson shot 45% from the field, adding in 6 3-pointers being made, with 68% from the free throw line, another 10 assists, 10 rebounds, 17 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, and 69 points. Then we move into the bench players, starting with Jalen Green, who shot 33% from the field goal range from the field, with 4 3-pointers being made, 73% from the free throw line, with 9 rebounds, 15 assists, 4 steals, and 76 points. Then Devin Vassell from San Antonio shot 43% from the field, with 10 3-pointers being made, 92% from the free throw line, with 16 rebounds, 10 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, and 64%. Then PJ Washington from Charlotte shot 29% from the field, with 8 3-pointers being made, 87% of his free throws going in, with 13 rebounds, 12 assists, 4 steals, 5 blocks, and 37 points. Then lastly, we have Miles Turner from Indy shooting 50% from the field, with 6 3-pointers being made, 60% from the free throw line, with 32 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, 7 blocks, and 61 points over the course of the week. And that brings us to the end of the weekly reviews, because there's only 4 matches. But anyways, it brings us to our next section, which is the weekly power rankings. And standing tall at number 1 still is your just current number 1 top dog, Freaks and Greeks. Hold down that number 1 spot with 42 wins, 13 total. This would be total categories 1. So this would be 42 wins, 13 losses, and 1 tie. In second place is BT Bra, shooting with 33 wins, 18 losses, and 5 ties. In third place is Deep AF My Dog, and literally rounding out the top dogs with 32 wins, 24 losses, and 0 ties. And for that fourth spot is Nate the Viking with 29 wins, 26 losses, and 0 ties. Then in the sixth spot is the Toon Squad, who has 22 wins, 33 losses, and 1 tie. J-Man in that fifth spot, shooting with 23 wins and 33 losses and no ties. In that sixth spot is the Toon Squad, also with 22 wins, 33 losses, and 1 tie. Then it's in that seventh spot is Alvin DeMonk, shooting with 8 wins, 35 losses, and 1 tie. And then finally, in last place is Los Mambasita, shooting with 18 wins, 37 losses, and 1 tie. Which now brings us to our last portion, the score update as of week 8. Because some of these games are, were in motion, but I'm not going to go. I'll just go over the categories. So in matchup number 1, at the time that this, I guess we can do a week score update with this, and then I guess we can flip it in and we can show you. As of when the graphic was made, Freaks and Greeks was currently winning against Nate the Viking. In the next matchup, it saw a tie between J-Man and Elvin DeMonk. Then in our third matchup, BT Bro was currently winning against Toon Squad, and then Deep AF My Dog in our last matchup was currently winning against Los Mambasita. But what we're gonna do is the current score is, as of right now, for our first matchup is Freaks and Greeks is beating Nate the Viking 6 wins to 2 losses and 0 ties, with Freaks and Greeks currently winning the 3-pointers made, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, and points categories, while Nate the Viking is holding down on the free throw and field goal percentages. Then in our next matchup, we actually have a tie currently between Elvin DeMonk and J-Man, with 4 wins, 4 losses, and 0 ties, with Elvin DeMonk controlling the 3-pointers made categories, free throw percentage, rebounds, and steals categories, while J-Man has control over the field goal percentage, assists, blocks, and points. Then in our third matchup, BT Bro, who is kind of blowing up Toon Squad at the moment with 7 wins, 1 loss, and 0 ties, with BT Bro owning the field goal percentage, 3-pointers made, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, and points categories, while Toon Squad owns the free throw percentage category. And then lastly, in our final category, or final matchup, Deep AF My Dog is currently winning against Los Mambasito by a score of 5 wins, 2 losses, and 1 tie, with Deep AF My Dog winning the field goal percentage, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, and points, while Los Mambasita is only winning the 3 throw percentage and 3-pointers made. And that is actually, I think the end right there. Okay, I once again want to thank all of you sports fans for hanging out and just chilling with me for a little bit as we talked about our fantasy basketball league. I gave you guys the updated weekly review from week 7, gave you the power rankings and standings of week 8, and then lastly, just gave you a quick little insight into how the week is currently playing out in our score update. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. As always, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and feel free to share the comment. Feel free to share it and comment. I always want to hear the feedback. I always appreciate it. As always, you guys have been amazing. Peace out. Stay safe. Much love. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.